A little bird said, "Ne Nini then form this political party because then feel that this guy the Faneka they protect investments in Gambia." Do we think this theory is true or not?
He must be stupid to do that because there's what you call PEPs, politically exposed people. I will not have an investment, and because of my investment, I think politics will be a vehicle to protect my investment. To the contrary, politics exposes your investments to risk. And I'm not talking about Nidjem, Jam, Tal, or Lulu. You become public enemy, and the scrutiny from government and the taxman will be so great on you. So that will not hold water in my view.
Got it.
New political party. There's I'm not Nini so they was okay. So one thing is the guys is a great successful Gambian Bohane, Jehal na school according to records at 16 from high school, then modern US and then come back with his US wife and did a great investment. When I was watching about then they talk the follow guy, Jabarab, the Jabarab, boom Jakadef, because we just fond of that. So we like to follow those kind of developments, especially diaspora Gambians in the of Gambia. After buñ pare fekk mom xamuñ ko won sa ñu bari jabar bi lañ xam with that business. So why buñ toogee rek ñu gis mom nagala Gano moko interview because Gano that played them all around. So buñ ko interview and he spoke, we were like, wow, and he has all these great visions and business, visions that he has, that investments that he wanted to do in the Gambia. So we were so inspired, and we thought the guy has great potential. Little to know, the next couple of days we were like, what? So much of us said, no, this guy is running for office. So what? After what we heard and everything, she was like, I think he's just build his business. So but like so say no, then they were okay, what is making him do this? Right? Why is he all of a sudden thinking about politics? So more than that, they create some conspiracy theories in our minds because one right now U.S. citizen law, obviously not qualified, has to be living in the country for a number of years. Secondly, Funjar Mugene will give up that U.S. citizenship, which it's gonna be tough. So we don't know really what his motives are. But I doubt if it's a serious motive because the name Golden Era, it doesn't click anything in anybody's mind. Hey, now, mom, he's living in a golden era in the Gambia, but Sinyun,
It makes sense, Hiri.
The golden era. Do we? But Ninja, with everything you've been saying here, you think Gambia is living in a golden era?
No. I mean, my understanding when I saw the name Golden Era, it's not talking about the present. In my mind, it's a party that can usher in a golden era. Okay. Therefore, his ideology may be avant-garde, his ideology may be ultra-progressive, and he believes he can create that ideal state of a golden era for Gambians. I don't know him. I haven't heard about his plans, programs, or anything, so I can't talk much about him. But I am a person who believes in democratic plurality. I am a guy who believes in opening up the space, and I am a guy who believes that every Gambian has the right, provided Gambians are willing to listen to you. But your right to be heard is non-negotiable. So the way I'm looking at it, Gambians should just allow him to exist in the space, and they take it as one of the shopping items that's in their cart, and they make a decision whether they want to buy or not. But what is his reason, motive? That's not what we should be worried about. What we should be worried about, what's the value proposition he has for Gambians? Forget about his motive. If the value proposition is right, that will be the reference point of where we should start looking at him. But lan moo tax mu dugg si politique? He is entitled. And that is enough, and no one should be suspicious, because I don't want to be prejudiced. So I will not have a preconceived notion of his intent. I assume anyone who gets into public service wants to serve the greater good and wants to give to country. Everybody, including Barrow, until proven otherwise.
Fair enough.
Well, I'll just say the same thing because I don't know this guy at all. I mean, I never heard about him until Taney on this platform, But I think, I mean, if he has the right constitutionally to, run for the office of the president, why not? I mean, that has nothing to do with his character or whatever it is motive behind it. I mean, we don't care. At the end of the day, I mean, if he is a guy, that we think that has the potential to run the country, why not? So, if we think he's not, I mean, he still have the rights to run, but I mean, dafa disrection nit ñi, that's about it. Why di ñëw fii di ko assassinate, based off of his own characters or ideology? I mean, I'm not going to get into that because how much?
I think we have a problem in our country. The problem is we live in a small country. And a small country is like a town with one red light. We tend to have a crab in a barrel syndrome. And most of us, we suffer from that. We always shoot at the messenger and not the message. So imagine people want to know who he is rather than his value proposition of what is he offering Gambians. And I think the discourse should center on what he has for Gambians rather than who is driving the agenda of his politics.
Yeah, I totally agree. Yeah, I totally agree with that.
I think part of the issue, is is and I wouldn't do any character assassination, but when you come into the public space with a specific hat on, people always tend to judge you by that hat until you get it off. Like hanga mama nene ñom ñoo nekk di run together te nene mom ñëpp xam nañ mooy jigéen boobu noonu American Ghana US
But
born
Nene Fred,
no, not Nene Feder. This is another Nene Moy Kumayon Kini Halis.
But you need his social life and his public life may be two different things. I'll give you Maître Aladji Diouf in Senegal. Maître Aladji Diouf, socially, he is something else. But meet him at the court or in the political space, he's a different animal. So I think people can be multidimensional, and there's nothing wrong with that. And I will not judge you based on what you do at a Wali Seka relative to what you can do for your country. It just means that Gambians are not that open-minded, and we tend to lump people in a group because of what they do socially. Nyangjai socially is something else. Nyangjai, technically, he is something else. Nyangjai, at a very personal level, he is something else. And there is no convergence of these three because I have multiple traits. And some people, which is the Gambian form, we like people who conform to certain norms that the society describe as being all right, being good. So these people just want to express themselves. So allow them to express themselves, but listen to what they have to offer and see whether it's something you want to buy. You're a shopper, they're a seller. Just look at them from that vantage point.
Do you think that the fact that based on the Gambian law, they might have some legal battles along the line?
Maybe they want to surrender their U.S. citizenship. So there will be they already know what the law says. So if they want to go a step further, they know what they have to let go of. They cannot have their cake and eat it. The law will not change. They will have to change to suit the law. So if they are serious, that should not even be a conversation, because we know that if they want what they want, there are rules to this game they have to play. Actually, it's not a dumb law. There's a guy called, there is someone called M2211. I think it's opportunistic for anyone with a dual nationality and tell Gambians we should allow them. I say vehemently no. So if I can say they can drop the other citizenship, number one. Number two, it's a serious national security issue. If you are naturalizing, you take a pledge of allegiance. If you take that pledge, America comes first. Today, if I am a US citizen, we happen to find so much oil, State Department wants to intervene. They're talking to an American citizen, not a Gambian, in their eyes. So they want you to protect an interest, irrespective whether you're a Gambian also. Americans, the only thing they see is an American. So if they want to protect that interest and you happen to own that citizenship, basically they will think they have an ally. So really, if you really want to be something in Gambia, choose Gambia and Gambia alone. But you cannot have your cake and eat it. I mean, people want the protection of an American citizenship, which I have no problem with if they want it. But Gambia is saying, ñun liñ mom soko buge, li moy suñu rules. Why should we make it flexible for you if it's not going to serve the greater good of Gambians? And we know how American government is powerful and what American governments could do to their citizenship, regardless of where they live in the world. Talk more of a president.
Hello, Harry.
Hi, the Empower Circle.
Hello, Mr. Njai. Hello, Pa. Hello, Phil. Hello, everyone.
Running for presidency, or are they setting up a party sort of? Because when they're running for the presidency, they definitely are not qualified, and it's better.
But who said they're not qualified?
The law.
No. Yo wahuñ la ne ñoom pere wu ñoo renounce citizenship. They didn't say that.
It's not about the citizenship, Nyang. It's about the residency.
How sure are you, in the past 10 years, these people are not spending enough time in Gambia? Because you can live in America, you come to Gambia 6 months in a year and go back, you're a resident. My point is, we don't know their travel history.
Well, okay, that might be true. While Luma explained, man, from what I heard, I don't know them. I don't know much about these people. I just, man, from what I heard, like what I'm reading online, it's like these are people that are just coming in and I'm not sure.
The guy bought a property, built it, and the building didn't take 1 year. And I'm sure he took some time before building it. So we're just beginning to know them publicly. And a lot of people are making their assumptions based on when these people burst in the public space. But for all you know, they could have been the next average Joe coming in and out, living here. I mean, Hamna fi Wajideka at TAF, and I'm sure he's been around for quite a while, or he's been in and out. He'd install fi family and spent 6 months here. Them. So my point is, no one is stupid to venture into something and don't know what the rules of engagement are. So we are talking.
But Mr. Njai, we've seen Philitora of Pa is coming in for the sake of having a slice of the cake. Lolu Barina Yaganen Kofejis from 2021, especially with the rise of independent contestants, all in the name. We know what they were doing. At the end of the day, they end up endorsing the incumbent. We are all speaking based on assumption.
Echo, you seems to be right though. Didn't Dr. Sisi did the same thing 2021?
Yeah. So it's a lot. So Mom La Bugawa, Mr. Njasi Bopam is speaking based on assumptions.
But I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt. I want to be.
We all are. Man, I'm just saying. We all are, because they're Gambians at the end of the day. Exactly. They have the right to contest. I believe qualification wise they have it. But man, I have the right to question certain things based on what the law
questioning says. I don't have a problem. I think they misunderstand. Okay, what I'm saying, Moy, I've heard in many Gambian platforms, People are killing it before it even take root. My point is, I don't think they're stupid people. I don't know what their intent are. I don't even know what their message is. All I'm saying is, as bona fide Gambians, that I don't have more rights than them in this place. And this is what they say they want to do. I want to believe that they're smart enough to know what the law states. And now my duty as a Gambian is to listen to them and see what value proposition they have for me. The rest of it, it's their business to sort out, whether they're eligible or not. I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about their message, what they want to
So
send.
nyang kera bi gaay di wax kera de setanu lolen.
No, you're not getting my point. My point is,
No, I just asked a question. What am I get the point?
Well, liñ wax keroog, it's not enough for me to buy. It's not enough for me to convince. What will be enough for me to be convinced is to give a comprehensive plan. Keroog, what they did is they just gave a statement of intent. But that statement of intent must be backed by a very concrete plan. And that concrete plan is when we will take them serious or not, based on how good the plan is applicable to the context that we're living in or not. So up to now, I just see them as people who want us to listen to them. But do they have something worth listening to? I cannot say that yet.
So, Mr. Njai,
yes.
Let's look at their profiles. Let's look at their profiles and see.
No, hear it. Even before Lulu, no. Sorry, just a minute. Man, Luma Monica, man, I'm not looking. Honestly, I did not even listen to them. Man, I'm just going by what I have been written on social media. Man, the thing is, we all. Gambia is a plural democracy. Like, people can come up with their own parties, people can contest. As long as they're qualified, like you said, Mr. Njai, Lulu is for them to sort out. Why we also as citizens should be given that opportunity to put numuna like they say in questions. Just to be clear, it might be they might convince some of us based on what they have. Man, I'm giving them the same benefit of the doubt that you give them. Why shouldn't we talk living? Because we've seen like the political space has been saturated. It has been saturated by Dode Hamsa. Some of these parties are they name it, their names are honestly no one can keep
the inconvenience of democracy.
Yeah, that's fine. Why tell me? Let us be realistic. Gambia is a population of 2.5 million people. You've got close to 30 political parties right now. Close to 30 political parties. Like, what is the unique message? Pulmuna Nyone, Mom, he's gonna do something unique, different from living. What is going on?
Yeah, but if we're going with that same logic, the parties that were here before
let me
APP...
finish. Let me finish. Like, this now, it's good. It's good now. It's democracy. Why, if it is becoming a joke, some of us, I'm not talking about these people. Let's take these people out, because honestly, man, I don't know anything about them. I'm not gonna join them. I'm not gonna join them. Wow. Welcome. If we're talking about the political space in Gambia, you and I know is so saturated in a way. It's becoming a joke. Li musuta am fen.
Why you don't tell me the message boom yobu? And that message, Demba, raining.
Li amona 2021. Party you bari ñoo ñewon ak indi
why so
No, why Lulu wasn't a party. Lulu is more of independent candidates coming up. The reason why Dr. Cisse, if you remember, no, they're not political parties. These are movements and independent people coming up to say that they're contesting. Most of in 2021, while Legi is just like a plethora of parties coming up. Dr. Cisse, remember again in 2021 when he was disqualified. Dr. Cisse tam dofud.
Of course.
Wow. So these are things you hamne. They know them up to that stage. They got disqualified, and then they start trying to see which political leaning they will take in for their own for their own.
But that's why it's called politics.
No,
you cannot regulate a space. You cannot regulate
but
a
do you
space.
Not believe? Do you not believe school of thoughts in politics, yo?
So Echo. So just to give
that's
you
what I'm saying.
Briefly.
But Gambia doesn't use political schools of thought.
Just to give you.
Show me one party.
Can I
in
stop
Gambia.
you all? There is an Ohio man, Mr. Jallo, who's running for president. Let me add that one to your list. Continue.
Here, go on.
No, what I was gonna ask is like with regards to Sekou Sao, a young bright guy. Mom, he's also a U.S. veteran. So he's a.
Who is Sekou Sao?
Sekou Moyeki, Golden Era president candidate.
This guy here.
So, yeah, this guy. So he is the party leader. So I just want to give you their profiles. Mom, he's an entrepreneur in the Gambia. Mama Jabaram, they set up business, aesthetic business before Neka adapted. Then they have massage, health living, Bunega Sikau highway before now. Why Mom si Bopam, he's a U.S. Army veteran. So therefore describe Bopam as a proud U.S. Army veteran with American citizenship and solutions-driven leader who built a global track record in business, technology, and community development. So the a master's degree from the U.S. So Mungi won in corporate, the first start on fee in the American corporate America. Balami moved to the Gambia. Why there is a chance now because of business I'm established na Jawaram. So there's a chance they could have been going back and forth or staying in the Gambia for long enough. So why Nene Chairs and Kebe, Moy Jigenbi, serves as the deputy leader of the Golden Era Party. She's a seasoned healthcare professional and philanthropist, an entrepreneur for with over 16 years of leadership experience. Mom Papa Moiki Chayasin Seka. Chayasin Seka.
Okay.
Yeah, Chayasin Seka is one of Gambia's most renowned attorneys. You have already.
Yeah, well, I know.
Wow. So she holds a nursing license, RN Lafiba Paredafa master's degree in business management, and is the founder of a successful residential care organization in Virginia, USA. 24-hour specialized care for individuals with developmental and intellectual disabilities.
Okay.
So philanthropic Latamed Dafa leads some philanthropic efforts in the Gambia, focusing in empowering communities and supporting education. So Mom America judo mo jigenbi. Even though Papa I'm Gambian, so Dafa I'm Gambian citizenship through Dada.
American la Gambian la Freetonian la.
Why exactly? Senegalese la. I'm not all this.
How Freetonian?
Sorry, Hiri.
I'm
Freetonian. Adam power circle.
Kan mo sa jabar kana ilis ma jekar la kan la.
Yo king la ni.
King go na king. Ay king ba ima. Ba.
Naka sama domi ma ñu okay.
Amanda king mo sa Amanda kila nakala.
Nsiyam.
Teflon. King heto Teflon. So yeah, so Echo lolo mo guys send profile. So I'm like a wiki here. That is just the basic. So
Wamandal, I don't support any barrier to political entry.
No,
that's fine.
Which is good. Wow. Well, we have to.
And man, Limogoma, you can have 40 parties. At the end, you have 8 parties at the ballot. Some may rally behind others. It's up to Limobuga Wahdal Moi. What will take this Gambia forward? Moinu stupid ideas, dumb ideas, good ideas, bright ideas, super good ideas out in the space. Let Gambians have a choice. But Sunbuge, they have mergers and acquisition. What that does, people are more jockeying for favors and things like that rather than giving Gambians alternatives. And alternatives should be limitless. And at the end of the day, some may not compete because of finances. Some may not compete because they don't have a base. But at least we start big and end up medium or small in terms of number of candidates trying to vie. But let us be happy in as messed up as our country is, democratic space be even Demba Barrow Muge try put by the House bill that was passed from changing the fees and yo-yo. All of those are barriers to entry, and we should discourage it. The only barrier to entry for me is the dual nationality, and that is for strategic national interest, living security interests. You cannot have a US citizen, you happen to be a president, and the State Department don't think that we have our guy there. That it creates a perception about pour Gambia.
But serving the US Army, I know there is some restrictions. So they can serve on the US Army.
Here, hold on. Mr. Njai, well, you can have the director of SIS being a dual national, and the IGP, and the chief of defense.
No.
Does it make sense?
I'm not talking about the presidency alone. Man, my concept, there are strategic offices in any country. It's just like what America and Israel are fighting with right now. The infiltration of Israel in the US Senate. Uniform IDF ñëw Senate. Will I want a Gambia like that? No. So my point is,
man, they're gonna point lower. Why do you know that the director of SIS, the IGP, the Army Chief of Defense Staff can have dual citizenship?
I don't know.
Yeah, but so man, fofu like you say the
why did it? Man,
thank you.
I'm not looking at the presidency. I'm looking at people in strategic positions that can compromise my national security and national interest.
Mom la gonna highlight like punga understand that that's the inconsistency I've seen in the laws.
Well, if that is the case, it has to be remedied. But my point is, anyone kubuga ñëw te luwa wahut ko, I think yow sa bopa ya wara excuse sa bopa with that citizenship if you really love your country, considering the power dynamics between America and Gambia. Let me give you, for instance, today, immigration. We have seen what happened to Ghana. America ñu fa wàcce any West African bu leen neex, and it's up to Ghana to take you home. In return, now Ghana génne nañ leen ci 15,000 bi ñu ngi leen a joxaat 5-year visas. So imagine if the Ghanaian president was a US citizen and how immigration is tough right now. Don't you think America will be singing on his ear every day? And guess what? He may even be threatened, Nekodangajel Pledge of Allegiance. This is America's interest. So my point is, these are conflicts that are just bound to happen. And we should ensure, not only at the level of the presidency, the cabinet, the police, the intelligence, because these are all strategic offices that other countries may want to infiltrate.
Man, exactly. Highlight. Understand that this is not only peculiar, or this is not only restricted to the office of the president. It goes beyond that. Man, I agree with you.
I agree with you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I agree with you, Ne. They should look at those positions as well.
Exactly.
No, apply the same.
Bro, Fogoloni, Sula Gambia nyore be nyorla, because 99.9999% of Gambians are a US citizenship or any other Western citizenship. Convenience la, it's not belief.
Wow.
Let's be honest.
Why do you also understand, Ne?
Sula Gambian passport mune yobu fune kachi aduna bi. Visa free. Fula nehnga tak. Do you think people will care holding an American passport?
No. Absolutely not.
No,
okay, so therefore it's your personal convenience over our national interest.
Wow. Why do you also realize nakala to that what's it called? To fake naka la lifin boy wani su fekkee ne gis nga lu ndee ooyee ne Gambia moo ma ñor most of the time si ñun is just mere word of mouth du dee nekk loo xam ne
The proof of the
that is
pudding
more
is in
of
the eating.
is more of xam nga no honestly dama dee
Expella
dégale
is
this word
back.
is so
Expella is
misused
back.
this word is so misused in a way ne man yes Adam yow dama laa nangu si loxo king mënu laa nangu gis nga word bi dañ ko statement boobu dañ ko misuse
Hari
so
waxal ñu
much
bàyyi
so
ma
ne
dégg nga Hari man Hari mooy
Des
suma
na ci
oncle de
noppa yi
wala
koo
ñu bàyyi
dégga
ma.
waaw man
foofu la
def
difference
loolu
war a amee man mun nga maa wax any rhetoric waaye des na ni ma filter yes a conversation. My point is Gambia mooma ñor du
not
wax
even the devil knows the mind of the living so yow ku nekk mun naa ñëw xam nga den dee bari ñu dee naxante si dëkk bi yow xam nga lu may wax
waaye nag
because
non
there are so many
understand naa de
people
waaye yow tamit xel pour xalaat la gis nga talk is cheap you have to back it with actions Gambia mooma ñor dafa yomba pour wax ko waaye ndax suma jëfin dafa méngoo ak suma waxi ni Gambia mooma ñor and foofu la ñu yàlla maye xel pour ñuy xalaat
no waaye xam nga yow looy wax noonu there are people that am na ñoo xam ne they are so cunning ba nga xam ne they would invest knowing that they were gonna reap bigger than what they invested so they will do anything to show you here and there ne we are doing this because Gambia nu ñor what statement boobu noonu man duma ko dafa bare ba nga xam ne duma ko dee bëgg a use
people loosely use it without believing in even the statement they make. I quite agree. But my point is, noppa bi dega ak bot bi gis dafa wara wér. My point is, am na benn philosopher mu ne, be wary of preachers of morality, for they talk like
Indeed,
angels
they
and act like men.
angels, but live like men.
Wow. So, yow yaa wara mun a decipher loolu yow mi déglu nit ki wax.
So man, on the echo on the bright side, gis naa ne tamit with all the challenges, ne ñoom ñi for example, ñëw nañ within this short period of time.
Do they have a website?
You can go to, that's what I was gonna say. You can go to their website, which is called the goldeneraparty.com. And then
But they're yet to be a party though, because they haven't gone through the IEC process.
Exactly. But if you go to their website, you find all these developments that they've made. They have serious leverage, you know, and
it can more vet development here, because like I said, I don't like to engage in personal things. Some people do come to Gambia. You know what they do? They are just like me and you. Nobody know them. So they will invest $20,000-$30,000 into Yusundu, Chon Seka, Wali Seka, whoever, boom. And you know what? It becomes the topic of the month, next month. And thereafter, they superimpose themselves in society and they create a larger-than-life image.
Yeah.
And once they create this larger-than-life image in a gullible society like Gambia, people say, ne wajangok. So, but I don't want to be cynical. No, man. No, Hiri.
That's how it works.
Hold on. Man, even gisna lolu. I am not naive, but I still want to give you the opportunity. Now you mean well. And Fimala George and Aminulo well is the actions you do when you become part of the public space. But when they were doing that, they were not in the public space. So it's none of my business to scrutinize them. But once they come to the public space, hey, they're all mine and all bets are off. I will really dissect them to the lowest. But linga gisnako because stupiduma. Why? At the level they were doing it, they were not public. They were not interested in the public space. So it's none of my business. But now it's my business because they want what I own. And that's a stake in this country. So I will scrutinize them petty. I will scrutinize them under the microscope. And I will look at things that they think other people are not looking at. But so long as they want to be the next average Joe Gambian citizen, it's none of my business. So now, as far as I'm concerned, they have made a statement of intent. They want to form a political party. Lolu process la. But even without forming the political party, they have brought themselves to the public space. So now they're open to public scrutiny without prejudice.
Man ma bëgg aw musa bri ndi benn bés rek ngi cool bro. Digo ma delu la ko.
Yo lo fox ya.
Yeah, I read it all. I saw them.
No, why Mr. Njai num ko waxe ni mom ha.
Wow.
Ni ñene ñu ngi bëgg indi sen bopa num package affaire. Na ngi cool full package la.
So léegi yow tamit di nga mën a xàngaay nag ñu
suma dee yow yaa ko tax.
waaye tamit xam nga ne am na beneen problème bu am te ñu bari duñ ko dee realize.
Tell me, Mr. Njai, I'm listening. Go ahead.
Waaw mun naa invite guy.
Yeah, Mr. Njai. Yeah.
xam nga ne am na beneen problème bu am te ñu bari duñ ko dee recognize.
Waaw mooy lan noonu.
Man, I do come to TikTok not only to converse. I do come to TikTok to understand collectively the Gambian psyche and to break the Gambian psyche by Gambians who live in Gambia, Gambians who live outside Gambia, how we think, how we are wired. Amna Nyohamne, they sitting on a very high horse, believing ne Gambia nini fi deka ñu ngee nelaw. ñoom ñoo am solutions yëpp ñoom ñoo xam li baax ci Gambia and average ñooñu géej nañ Gambia ay 18 years 20 years. I mean, these are interactions. Demba, I'm talking to a very nice brother. He's a great guy on one of these Fognachi platform in Millennial Melon. But Waji mu ma jox solutions yoo xam ne dama ne kii dafa am a disconnect with the reality that Gambians are living in the Gambia. And sometimes some people need a cup of coffee to wake up because ñoom Gambia biñ fi bay bi ñoo dem ak ñun Gambia bi ñoo dunda du benn. Yes, it's a messed up society, but you cannot want to come to a country and be part of the development if you are looking at the people living in that country in a certain way. And this is very common.
Obviously, we have a new Gambia.
No, where are you heading with that? No, hold on, guys. Let me explain. No, come basically.
No, dama am observation. Man, dama ne observation. I'm not making an opinion. I said I come to TikTok for different reasons. One is to have an exchange. Two, gauge the mindset of the Gambian who is local, meaning living in Gambia. Understand context some. And I'm not talking about you or anyone on this platform, but there are some people out there. It's like Gambia was frozen in time. Ñoom dem nañ gis nañ aduna bi yépp, and they think not only that they can fix Gambia, but they can transplant a lot of things, let's say, in the American society, and they are sure it's going to work. And to even make matters worse, they think that Gambians are sleeping in Gambia. And that's a disconnect. I'm just saying one thing I have seen.
Wow, lolu dëgg la moom.
Wow.
Dafa am argument ak economic policies.
No, well, xam nga tamit, like you said, everyone is entitled to their opinion. Ñoom nu gaay gisee development might not be the same way you see development. Ñoom nu gaay gisee dëgg la xam nga suma toogee suma little corner somewhere in the northwest of or northeast of England, ma feel ne luy dox fii dina mun a apply in Gambia maa ngi nax suma boppa waaye at the end of the day gis nga am nga some people then they speak based on emotion. ñoom dem believe ne lu baax lu fi nekk yëpp dafa mel ni danga koo tibale ñëw nga sampa ko Gambia nga ñëw teg ko Gambia foofu noonu and understand naa yow fooy waxee Man, I don't blame those. I don't blame those type of people because
Barrow is in the house. Barrow is in the house.
Understand?
Why Phil?
Who is Barrow? I'm not Phil.
I ex-Phil, sorry. Hamga, there is one thing. There is one. I'm sorry, my brother. There is one thing.
Sorry, Funambi Mota.
All right, there is one thing. A lot of people, one thing they fail to realize, you need to understand development economics. What I mean by you need to understand development economics. I was having a conversation with someone. Gambia li waron ko def amut fini. Maneko bro. Balanga appreciate. We live in a messed up society and people are not trying politically, our political class. But if you understand the challenges that a small exposed country like Gambia faces relative to its income and endowment, forget about the corruption. So corruption amuton sa lututi liñ am. We still have challenges, Yohamne. They're so monumental because of the predicament we got our country in terms of independence. Ak liñu yàlla séeda. Yes, we can make a living better than we are making today. But the challenges of a developing nation goes beyond the corruption and all these other things. I look at Botswana, for example. They're so endowed. But there was a time, AIDS was their problem. There was a time, education and but if you look at the money they were making relative to the challenges that they have relating to development, you will understand. You look at South Africa. So understanding development politics, living economics, helps sometimes in some of the problems you think you can fix. Like this guy I was talking to yesterday was telling me, we need a database so that we can see the docket at the court so we can sell legal services to people going to court. Maneko, my brother, we have ranking priorities, and on top of all the priorities we have, that's the list of the Gambian priority. Number one, munema why? Maneko nit in Gambia, su fay dude muna am halisi fay lawyer pour mu dem court, let alone mu fay lawyer, be pare fay a service. Pour mu seetal ko lawyer bi George bi naka la daan aatee lan mooy come on. So
no hanga ku nekk hanga tamit soo bàyyi xel ku nekk si lu mooy yëngu loolu la dee jéema moom let's say ok moom loolu moo nekk bétiti boppam moom loolu la gis ne loolu leen war a sort out so moom am nga la ku nekk xam naa yow
waaye xam nga soo understand the country priorities even so yëngu si loolu
I understand that. I'm not trying to say ne loolu moo war a am. I'm just saying ne you also need to understand the unconscious biasness of people's mind. Let's say man maa ngi yëngu si loo xam ne it has to do with let's say port Gambia ports living maritime man su may wax most of the time dama wax
one second life baa ngi yënga today doo leen tapote bàyyi leen bon il faut tapoter il faut follow il faut may gift mu ne mu
suma deere yaa ma rey
waa dema oyama
lan laa bëgg a wax last week balama get off TikTok then I'm on a debate we were all on thing Queen Lady was there Fogna Pala and someone else I can't remember
Demban TV Center Demban around so meter I think so that is justifiable. If you go back to Kanilai, you have a TV center there. Is it true or false? If you go to University of Applied Science, TVET, is it not a TVET for young people? Am I lying? That institution is there. If you go back to Jarasoma, it's there. If you go to Kerawantu, you have a TVET center. These are true. If that person then is misleading you because you have young people going to school there. It's me that you're talking to me. No, see, man, and I said it. Man, I'm not TVET center. Kanilai, I'm not TVET center. Maneko, in fact, at the TVET University in Birkama, I'm not.
Harry, I just wanted to ask that question because
those things, no, you asked somebody. No, you said that you said.
No,
you said. you said that you sent some people lolu amut. So man, I'm mangi delwat for because I'm saying it authoritatively ne. Ndemban amna a ticket center. Can like amna a
Okay,
ticket center.
okay.
Kerewan amna ticket center.
Cisse, I love you. I love
Yeah.
you dearly, but let's go back to the topic.
Okay. No, I
Yeah.
just want to give him because
Yo,
as
man,
if
are
I'm
you
lying
really?
or to mislead. No, no more to get this
Amadou
question.
Amadou
So it's good, man. My
Amadou
says
Amadou, go on.
so man, like, it's me because my macolon.
Mel Amadou ma ñëw. Yeah, Amadou, what do you think
Amadou,
about
Dede
go on.
Amadou maa ko njëkkee Amadou maa ko njëkkee wax di yàlla
mala
neneen
egali sise.
déedéet waaye man fekkuma la fi nag bu isi problème
Man mala
gis nga
egal
man
la wa.
waaw man xawma loolu ku ma éega man fekkuma loolu waaye maa la njëkkee gis ma noonu si kaw
Wa me wa ñëw.
déedéet balaa ngaa ñëw dama bëgg a wax tuuti rek man léegi du may xuloo du may lekkeen jaamu la
kon Amadou may ko mu wax si topic bi.
salaamaaleykum nii naa leen te ziare naa leen suma nijaay Eko ak Mr Njie ak Youth Bantaba Empower ak ñëpp ak Mel suma jigéen dama gis benn docteur kan la woon ku defoon Facebook ne nit su génnee xaalisam du koy génne si 15 man dama ok as far as suñu luwaa bi mu ne multi party la they are welcome to the field man moo amul wax bu isi suma opinion di isi leneen ak leneen as far as am na intention am na xaalis ba kay nañ ñoo rek si aaral bi rek ko mun sa morom duma rek jàmm ne ñooy nga at the end of the day loolu la luwaa bi wax jarul sa dibbi taka yooyu
Come on,
noonu
you
loolu
guys
tam
type
jarul
for
noonu.
Melanie. I'm the only one tapping.
su nekkee bëgg na tam withdraw tam na xam ne tam de suy taxaw président fa nga withdraw tam sa passeport ba boo amee passeport bi ne dëgg boobu moom is out of it xam nga dina ko bëgg a def yooyu tam lifin and deposit bu mu war a def 1 million bi kon ko am na xaalis bi kay no problem waaw Mr. Nene Yasin welcome to the political arena waaw loolu laa pour wax
Well,
huh?
politique du xaalis.
Have not do halis there, but I cannot say is they are right as far as the Gambians.
No, I am agreeing with you 100% on that. But what I'm saying, so whole Gambia political evolution. Binyom Kini, Andrew Musa Kamara, the Indie Party, GPP, and others, NCP, in your form. This same conversation was happening in Gambia. Then later on, because this it's not like then they book a box out in your why so holy tay so fake hejaluñ won the APP surveyors they will never exist suñ hejaluton NPP do exist suñ hejaluton GPP even UDP so political evolution momel nono but party liño bari Senegal you have so many registered party but at the end of the day no more than 30% of them contest for presidential election. And Lolo is peculiar in the world over. Why? It's called political positioning. FINAC, they position themselves wrongly. In other countries, they position themselves, go to Israel. You have the big parties and the small parties, but the small parties are the kingmakers because they can tilt the election in any direction. But for them to come to you, they'll tell you, we're a settler organization. We want expansion of settlers, living settlements, etc., etc. And people like Netanyahu, they have to accommodate them. And lulu moita political space be mature and political participation be. Political participation is not about only electing a president from a party. It's about the president incorporating other ideas into his political theme to ensure that majority of the population see themselves. So lolo advantage la de. Let's say you have a party bohamne, they are interested in liberalization of marijuana. Ñune ni baro ñune mun nañu ñoo play ball la yow de o ñune UDP mun nañu play ball ak yow de waaye Ministry of Agriculture dañ bëgg a policy bohamne not ne dañu legalize but dañoo encourage the growth of marijuana for exports. So xam nga am na a segment of Gambian population boo xam ne their needs waxuma need to smoke de what they want to see as policy ñu ngi koo am te ñoom nekkuñ président so lii moo baax ci political plurality bi ñoo gis.
man nu ma gis kay ñëpp bëgg a dem number one married na parade Gambia so man daal at the end of the day dina am 30%.
non ñëpp waaye ñëpp xam nañ ne mënuñ faa dem. gis nga ñu bari.
moo tax ma ne
the end game is not to be president, is to be close to the presidency.
waaw loolu I agree with you loolu am na tamit anga man I agree with you
because xam nañ ko
man gis nga
xam nañ xel ne amuñ njëgi deposit sax.
agree naa 100% ak yow si boobu noonu man dam ko lee wax at the end of the day ndax force ndax di nga am 30% signature boobu noonu because boobu noonu is not refundable so amu ci 30% ndax di nga egga foofu sax.
bro yow fi nga dem sori na de duñ am njëgi put deposit down sax. There are so many parties. Do you think ne Bachili dina dem ubbi parti fay deposit? No.
What Bachili ngay wax ni?
90 days.
90 days.
Huh?
90 days.
What 90 days?
Valid 90 days.
I'm a party.
No, register na. Hanga
Gambia Action
register.
Party.
Mom register na 1 million bi. Hanga so register mo fanga fay 1 million. Why hanga do dem deposit? Hanga so start contest election bo nga dem deposit. So I made 30%.
Manala Bachili dafa dem scam baro. Mu jël la lu dem fay ko mu dem doxi so.
90 days.
Expila ya wa dega de.
Expila.
Bachili daf leen faale.
Let's be happy the democratic space and the political space is widening and more regulate bopam. The space will regulate itself. Ponkali dinañ taharlo ak mbotay. Mbotay dinañ lahu ji ci ponka. Yes.
And that's hard fact. Guess on 2021.
That's how it works.
Yes, so it self-regulates.
My only problem is yang fi wax ne some of these parties then they strategically place themselves in a certain living pools and interest let's say whatever ñom lu gaay di work towards. Why in the Gambia it's more of personal interest. That's where the problem is.
Why lolu lañ buga?
Echo.
Yep.
Because parties in them negotiatal. You get accept. So it means ne fala suñ political maturity tall.
Uncle.
Well, you guy accept because Suki ame bena 5 nits buga nen 5 nit bobu.
Wow, lolo tax mané Gambian political maturity is not based on principle, it's not based on issues, it's based on end game and it justifies
but
the means.
Echo, I feel I was my last man. Man fog na feel I ñoo man noppi. Man fog na dam de woon nit ki ku nekka dafa man dama bugg a Gambia ku nekk dama bugg a sa dëkka because yow da nga bugg a yuuxuwaan sa nga dem siyaatam sa own expertise pour nga liggéey ko pour nga def ko foofu noonu dëgga la du dëgga
no mean understand ma lo
sa interest moo ko pour nga dem liggéey pour nga joxe sa expertise comme tey kii économiste la tey dafa am fay pour mu nekk foofu pour moom mu def moom xalaatamit
waaye needul pour nekk président
it's not président waxuma président xaaral rek ma ñëw comme in a sense xam nga keneen su demee mu ne ma damaa dem bokk feneen ne parce que moom président bugga tam ak dem share expertise am
loolu fu mu am
understand lo ma de xam nga comme tey su ma la waxee comme tey comme Mr. Nyanja.
Use also Bopa as an example, right?
Okay, now how am I use mama? Come man te ma jog man okay. Lay man jogom benen parti man okay man ma dem ci baro tay. Hanga man ñepp xam baro la. So ma dem ci baro legi. Ma de ko okay man suma expertise lan la man am an administrator. I understand. So dom go ma join la ñu liggéey together. Man tam mëna share suma expertise tam. No, you don't understand. Come doga. Suma expertise la wa ku nek lo dama pour nga employ kan moy dem
amul Gambia Cissé yow lay wax ni amul Gambia.
No, am na ñu ko am na waxuma ñepp de but am na some people are there.
They place sen bopa pour nu mëna am liggéey pour mëna am an living ak mëna jël xaalis sàcca ci xaalis dëkk.
Dédé but am na ñeneen yoo xam ne tam encore echo am na ñeneen yoo xam ne they are very decent people tam. They are principle.
Like who?
They are man of principle. Muna job Prof Gomez.
Prof Gomez dafa set up party.
They walk my political parties. Call them our individuals. Man,
Prof Gomez dogo would can koku dafa am lum qualification am president bi jisko
street chemist la.
And he's doing a good job.
no kooku utiwut liggéey de liggéey ko ut si.
waaw exactly
let's be fair.
man maa ñang lu doon wax fii moo nekk about the
political parties si xeet si
parti si naka leen bare ba pare ñeena yi ñoom xam nañ ne they're not going anywhere just because set up leen movement nu ne nii su ko defee ëllëg su gaa lefi ne nu endorse the possible winner su ko defee su kooku winee
waaw comme civil society rek
waaw enjoy ak famille
I agree with you
civil society
yëpp si la bokk
non
yow la wax nii
boy bu Gambia boy am na xaaral ma waxaat ko déglu rek xaaral ma clarify fii there are some genuine civil society in the Gambia but there are some they are not genuine that's the hard fact man loolu mooy suma man duma name fii nii
what are not the genuine one
waaw man xam naa ñi ñeneen ñi foofu noonu pour fonds rek dama fight FGM
waaw yow si yow ñan noo genuine
yow waxal ñu genuine su ko defee nga qualify sa wax
daal duma wax man dama reserve
2026 or 5 yow yaa ngi
Gambia my opinion man gis nga man suma opinion kenn mun naa ko gis leneen man dama ko lee wax ku nekk am na sa opinion
yow
mun naa wax yow 1 minute
there are some civil society déglu ma there are some civil society yoo xam ne dañoo fight benn FGM comme for exemple dama bëgg a jox FGM comme benn civil society ñoom ñëpp ay fight
mutual nga may keneen mu wax
waaw acca wax leen man suma opinion laa wax
boy nuyu naa leen dégg maanaam boy
kooku dama ko arrêté yut bantaba
non boy ñaan naa la baal ma rek jégal ma rek Cissé bu ma wax dara nuyu naa leen yéen ñëpp si plateforme bi ma généraliser ko noonu rek man dama bëggoon a élaborer bi moo si kii nii lu mu doon wax mooy suma brother bi Echo ak Ñang Jaay about the plurality of the political parties wala movement wala noo ko mën a ooyee independent candidates etc parce que man dama agree ak point of view yi Mr Njie foofu noonu te foog naa ne way before may bokk ak Mr Njie benn plateforme sax dama ko daan echo parce que ñëpp xam nañ man my positioning ak ci fan laa bokk te buñ imagine estam façon question si nii la gars yi doon laajte xanaa mënu leen a xool one of the existing party rek ngeen dem ngeen join gars yi instead of ngeen di ko si Gambia bu tuuti bii nii waaye su fekkee ne yow yàgg nga si Gambia and you've been active politically active I mean yow di nga xam the many reasons not all of it waaye just some of the reasons lu tax nit yu bëri dee mer rek fépp ñu neñ ngee dem taxawal seen own political party because ñun Gambia to some extent dañ dee choose doomi aadama bi waaye duñ ko dee xamal ba pare duñ ko dee tegal that structured programme bu nga xam ne ak tam guidance bu nga xam ne moom moo ko tënka si lu nga xam ne loolu rek lañ ko tànnee muy lan mu nekk njiit nekkut di njiit because of he is the best individual available wala he is the moom mooy always come up with the best and brilliant ideas waaye yaakaar rek lañ am si yow ne position buñ am nii ak programme buñ bugg a doxal nii yow mun nga koo jëlee ko from point A to point Z waaye unfortunately ñun Gambia loolu su xàppu ne ñun dañ dee assume position boobu noonu make it our own ba pare gom la suñ boppa ne ñun luñ wax rek moom moo fay taxaw which leads to the frustrations of many individuals yu nga xam ne they were associated to a party wala sax ñu nekk full time party member ñu mujjee branch dam taxawal seen own party wala ñu dem aligned with an other party bu nga xam ne xëy na seen programme seen policies yi ñu ngi nekk benn béréb so nit ki man understand naa frustration yi ekku bu baax a baax sax parce que at the end of the day comme nu nga ko waxee ñu bëri duñ mujjee dem fenn lu dul collab ak ñeneen ñi pour ñu dem tam waaye foog naa ne suñ buggee solve the problem il faut ñu go to the root causes mooy lan ñu fexe bañ make sure ñuy am genuine political parties ak tam political leaders parce que man for one bokk naa si so many parties before starting from Doy at the age of 17 jóge fa partner now with so many other political parties and movements so I'm speaking of experience nekkuma la just di speculate dangaa dem nga toog nga waxtaan ak ay nit nga wax ak ñoom they only take you serious su fekkee ne ñoom gëm nañ ne am na yow njëriñ boo leen mën a indil but not because of your ideas are brilliant and they've been domesticated. Nekkut ideas yoo xam ne da nga ko jëlee somewhere rek nga ñëw rek ne because it has happened in Singapore wala China or wheresoever so Gambia tam mën nañ ko def déedéet. These are domesticated ideas yu nga xam ne yow even though jëfere nga ko gis waaye fexe nga ba méngale ko ak dundin ak nekkini Gambia in all aspects ba nga gëm ne lii nii war naa mun a dox si biir réew mi fii nii. But you tell you what dañ la wax ne okay that's a brilliant idea that's good okay after nañ si waxaat dara du happen. They never take you seriously just because the idea is good. Déedéet luñ laa téye seriously mooy ne am nga benn mbootaay boo bokka wala nga jiite ko boo xam ne consist of 50 100 200 300 nit yu nga xam ne ñoom gëm nañ ne nañ soxla ñooñu noonu seen vote si pour ñu mun a ascend to the presidency. So Gambian bi moo nekk ku nga xam ne du dee nangul nit ki just naturally waaye il faut yow nga taxaw in a position of power wala strength. So loolu bokk na si lu dee pousse nit yu bëri pour nit ñi ne ok man bokk naa fii nii waaye su ma waxee saa yu ma waxee suma voice fell on deaf ears so xam nga gën a establish suma mbiri boppa ba nga xam ne man ëllëg fu ma munti taxaw tam people if not all but some of them might take me seriously. Man gëm naa ne this is one of the very reasons lu tax ñu bëri dee lii nii parce que man I lived it. Just to mention one individual muy lan MHK bu nekkoon GDC seen second vice president léegi mu nekk the president of tabax réew mi. That guy is doing a brilliant job. We are not in the same movement. Why? I must have to acknowledge that. Te dem naa ci ay dëkka up in my own political activities ñu daje fa ak moom ak gaayam yi and he is doing a brilliant job. Te know it or not am na so many people yu nga xam ne ñoom they aligned with his way of politics. He might not be fancied online compared to like let's say Sobea parce que ñoom suma waay la mun naa na tudda ak and others. Why on the ground they are working on their structures and there's been progress, huge progress. Man loolu man loolu mun naa ko witness. So te kooku noonu tëb rek génn GDC ne dafa taxawal kii nii si bugga njiit waaye frustrations yu nekkee woon GDC moom moo tax moom mu branch off ba dem ba taxaw tabax réew mi. So and there are so many Amadou MHKs out there. So again fu ma daanelee mooy buñ toog rek di question the reason lu tax people di set up so many even though is their right ku bugga nga def ko waaye the reason lu ko dee cause foog naa suñ fexee bañ ko identify muy lu ma leen wax rek gëm naa ne even su fekkee nañ am political parties ak movement sax after gradually dinañ start di fade away parce que dañ dem ba to an extent bu nga xam ne duñ joxaat kenn di opportunity wala lay buy tax yow nga war a mun a establish leneen te fekk already am nañ already existing political parties wala movement yu nga xam ne yow mun ngaa join foofu noonu ba pare all of these good ideas yu nga xam ne yow am nga ko nga mun ko fa boole ñu join forces together to uproot the incumbent. So point bi rek laa waxoon ne naa ko wax parce que always dama lay dégg ñuy wax rek naan waaw lu tax join ñu fi nekk already so why you must have to leave ñoom luñ dunda on the ground ak nga xam politique yi Gambia nu moo demee ak ñeneen position yi njiit ñu ko téye ak gom-gom bu si gaay am pour nga understand the frustrations yu dee lead to most of those people ñuy toog rek ñu branch off jërë ngeen jëf.
Bro waaw yow la wax
dama ko bëgg a laaj dafa may remind Red Cross Youth Bantaba. Were you involved or affiliated with that?
No, not really.
Okay. Go ahead, Echo.
No, yeah, I just wanted to clear what that part. Youth, man, I'm not against the idea of all these movements or parties coming in. Man, Luma don't want more nigga, those that want to use it for their personal ends. Lula don't highlight. Not obviously they are genuine ones your hamne, come your reasons your heavy. That's fine. Because sometimes you can shift the political scale based so the and that is okay for me. Obviously. Man, I know your man mayo hamantene. I know you know what man hamna ne do boka si yu nyaka fayda you know. Anyway, welcome I was just speaking generally towards people, those that tend to
understand 100%,
for.
bro. Trust me. Understand man dama doon wax rek comme si maa ngi gis ñeneen si comment section bi sax comme ñu nekk di wax di same rhetoric ñu ko répétaat na gaay dam join rek na gaay dam join ñeneen rek ñu émalé ko
non loolu sa nit waru ko di ko wax yow da nga war a join fii da nga war a join fële non this is ku nekk da nga am sa own xam nga naka la gis-gis ak noo bëgg a dëkk bi demee so it's good na we respect each other's opinion si loolu noonu ay na da nga war a join fii su fekkee ne man nag ma ne ma join APP Sobea wala UDP te man align ma ak ñoom what's the point so yeah I totally understand what you're saying
right now soo demee tey area bu nga xam ne yëpp foofu la mbokki MHK jógee yëpp tunda boobu noonu yëpp if not 100%, but I can tell you the majority yëpp ñoom they align themselves with mom because of lan coloré buñ seexoon ak papaam wala papaam bu ndaw wala antem wala onkulam and this applies to each and every political party or movement in the Gambia APP Sobea so seetle any individual bu nga xam ne am nga close rapport with Mr. Fall wala anti Yesa wala any individual associated with the party you tend to align yourself with that particular group too so man lu ma doon wax rek mooy ne let the interest should be genuine to an extent bu nga xam ne tey man gëm naa ne there's going to be a coalition before 2026 man gëm naa ko 100%. So let's say MHK liggéey bu moo def nii yëpp mu def ko to an extent bu nga xam ne accordé na thousands of votes Mr. Fall def the same thing keneen ak keneen mu def the same thing few months wala sax the next 2-3 months parce que man dama gëm ne 10 months balaa élection bi sax coalition bi war naa taxaw ñu start di def suñ groundwork si stratégies naka la ñoo defee everything lu nga xam ne loolu lañ bëgg a def so waaye léegi kii nii naka tuddaat yow su fekkee ne mbokki kii ñi ne ñoom kii la ñu votal comme ni mu ko waxee woon rek it's not right waaye that's the reality of politics bu ñoo dunda Gambia nit mbokkam whether we accept it or not loolu la nit ñi nekk di dundal soo ko seetlee even in the mayoral elections loolu moo dee happen even in the député man waa Banjul laa di waa Banjul laa maanaam ñoo yarandoo moom laay voter those he or she has the best policies I don't even care bëgguma xam sax any of the projects yu nga xam ne moom la amal suma ward or constituency or whatsoever waaye waa Banjul laa ñoo yarandoo man moom laay voter wala waa Kombo la moom laay voter so waaye at the end of the day man lu ma bëgg rek mooy ne nañ bàyyi MHK mu def liggéeyam Essa Faal def liggéeyam keneen ñu def seen liggéey waaye ngir yàlla suñ paree nag let's come back to base ñu toog ñu waxtaan ñu jël Gambia ñu teg ko suñ kanam fële ñu waxtaan de realities ñu seet lu nga xam ne loolu moo mun a upload the incumbency booy 200 and something thousand wala 300,000 votes loolu du liggéey caaxaan suñu waxantee dëgg dut ñëw online di wax rek wala dox di accumuler 2-3 votes here and there moo ko isi Barrow mu gis ko yow ñaata hundreds of thousands of votes foog naa from now towards the end of next year loolu moo war a nekk suñu stratégie pour ñu mun a seet naka lañ mun a accumuler those hundreds and thousands of votes pour ñu mun a upload the incumbency man pour man nañ embrace that culture of politics to some extent ñu bàyyi nit ki mu dem isi moom own mboolooyam suñ paree ñu kafun ko ba seet ndax nañ mun a adopté number bu nga am ne moom lañ mun a upload the incumbency then from there onwards mun nañoo try to change that culture of politics bu nga xam ne yow sa mbokk rek ngaa sànnil weda amal na njëriñ dëkk ba amalul ko yëpp yow sa yoon nekkul si comme loolu rek laa sa bëggoon a élaborer sorry ñu ngaa continuer jërëjëf
man la bëggoon a laaj waaye anyway am na ñeneen tamit ñu bëgg a wax si plateforme ma ala la wax rek waaye I know that wax nga lu bari so
no feel free Hiri man am si benn problème ma any question su fekkee ne mun naa ko tontu rek naa la tontu
I'm a bit lost. We've not spoken in a while. Your fan nga nekk di lean towards right now.
That was gonna be my question too. So go ahead.
No. Lo mean to fan la nekk di lean towards.
What is your?
Understand 100% before I respond.
What is your suggestion?
Well, the last time I checked, you were with PDOIS. I'm not sure about now.
Well, I was with Doi until 2021. Then from there onwards,
until
I was an
2021.
independent voter. Yeah.
Okay.
Since then, I've been an independent voter until recently. Sila become the founders of Pastef the Gambia.
But bro, why Pastef?
I thought Pastef was a civil society. Was it not?
No, even if it's a civil society, why Pastec or Pastef, whatever? I mean, I like Pastef Senegal.
No, you mean the name.
Wow, Hamga, man, I don't like copycats.
No,
and the reason, no disrespect, bro. No disrespect. No disrespect.
No offense taken, Mr. Njai. No offense
wow,
taken.
No, many a times, Gambians then they jail dara without contextualizing it for local or domestication. Man, I love Usman Sonko. I love what they do. But my point is, I can learn from Usman Sonko, but I don't want to mimic Usman Sonko. Because reality is doing better. Orientation ak sensitivity nit ñi mo waxal audience am du better. And I'm not saying a Pastec dafa copy exactly Usman Sonko def, but I am so creative. I don't want to be Gambia's Michael Jackson, which even if you look at our artists, Gambia's Beyonce. If Beyonce can do it, I can do it. Why should I be Gambia's Beyonce? It is something lo hamne dafa stick say Gambia's Messi. My point is, why can't we make Yankuba Minte, period? And it's not about politics, it's about our way of life across the board.
I think this is the same question, the same opinion I had when Youth Bantaba told me about the name the first time. Exactly. I didn't like that. No, I know. I understand.
I am so independent. I'm so independent, and I believe in self-determination.
Most of us had the same reservations about Pastef Gambia.
Yeah. I quite agree. I quite agree.
For me, it's just not even just only.
Comme mboolem loo gis ci kaw suuf rek dafa am lu ko isi ak lu ko tax a jóg te foog naa ne depuis bu àdduna sosee ba tey lépp loo munti gis ci kaw suuf wax nga ko ci sa wax lu fi nit munti def wala lu mu fi munti wax rek defaat la wala waxaat la waaye there isn't the thing loo nga xam ne danga ko wax when it comes to politically la mean or philosophically loo xam ne dangaa wax ne lii nii man maa ko fi isi li musu fee am te fu ma wax boobu noonu fu ma ko jublu mooy ne nit ki ñun jobuñ to be the Gambian version of Pastef the Gambia Pastef Sénégal déedéet dañ jóg pour fexe ba gis ne ñun tam biir Gambia fii nii lan lañ mun a def ba fexe ba boole Gambian ci ñu come under one umbrella. Let me just allow me to land. su ma ñëwee rek di nga lii man nit koo xam ne soo ma dogee rek si yàggee rek I lose my thought. waaw no amu benn problème waaye su ma daanelee rek man mun ngaa laajte questions ba time boo lii su time bi ma ko may fii ne I could be here for the next 15 or 30 minutes so bokk na si suñ gis-gis lu tax ñu come up with the name ndax was it influenced by Pastef Sénégal kay loolu noonu suñ ko waxutee will be hypocrites waaye ndax do we want to be the exact version of Pastef Sénégal but this time around Pastef here in the Gambia. They did absolutely not. That wasn't the motivation. Eko wax na ko si doorim bi fii nii ñun bu ñoo commencé tur boobu noonu nga xam ne moom lañ use the first group bu ko use in politics mooy Pastef Sénégal mooy ñoom Ousmane Sonko bi waaye the word kaddu Pastef ak pas-pas has been in existence for the longest time so su fekkee ne xamee nañ ko ñeena ñu toog ñu déggee waat ko ñeneen ci biir Gambia Eko laajte na ma lan moo tax yéen ngeen jël ko mais ko ne parce que kaddu yi lum signify bokk na si lu gën a tax ñun ñu use ko mooy lan doomi aadama bi Gambian bi for you to be a patriot there must have to be that pas-pas that self-love first waatam ak bugga sa réew not only that waatam nga firndeel lu nga xam ne loolu mooy feeñal yow sa bugga sa réew ci anam bu nga xam ne loolu moom mooy laay njëriñ sa dëkkandoor yi waaye njëriñ askan bi waaye mboolem ku nga xam ne moom nga dëkkal si biir réew moomu noonu so léegi ñu check ñi ne ok ban neem lañ mën a come up with check nañ ay démocratique fii check nañ fi all names yoo xelaat rek xelaat nañ ko mënoon nañoo choose fancy names comme nu ko ñeneen yëpp jëlee yëpp waaye luñ mujjee comme across mooy ne even names ñoo foog ne biir Gambia fii nii wala in Africa they are unique am na ñeneen ñu ko doon use feneen for the past 100 or something years te ñun Gambia fii nii ñun ñu ngi toogoon foog ne they are unique whilst they aren't. For example, if you go to Belize, you'll find a political party. They are one of the biggest oppositions in Belize who found their party way before the United Democratic Party in the Gambia, who's also involved in politics. But does it mean that United Democratic Party, they're also copycats, or they want to become the United Democratic Party version in the Gambia here? Maybe not. Maybe they derive inspiration from ñooñu seen xeex bi from their steadfastness pour fexe ba jëlee seen nit ñi si buumi jaam bu nga xam ne moom la suñ njiit ñu daan tànn si suñ biir réew yóbbee leen te foog naa ne kaddu pas-pas boobu noonu mooy lan bokk benn bugga ak benn yéene Pastef bi mooy lan being steadfast nga ñëw being 100% active si mboolem lu nga xam ne luy njëriñ sa réew la moo tax ñu ne ok coow dina jóg suñ jëlee tur bii ne toppandoor rek lañ fi nekkee ñoom Ousmane Sonko wana biis lañ bugg a nekk right now ñu ne fine waaye amul benn problème waaye lan mooy the most important thing mooy lan the intention éene bi ak ñun we cannot do politics the way Ousmane Sonko do it Ñang Njaay wax na ko the realities are completely different gis-gis duñ fi even the population the target group ñun target ak lan moo ñu tax a jóg yëpp ak bu Ousmane Sonko bi is completely different parce que ñun dañ start as a civil movement bu nga xam ne they advocate for civic awareness but the current structures government wouldn't allow us to express ourselves the way we should. We've been intimidated. We've been invited to the Minister of Justice for questions on baseless accusations that they go beyond. When we asked them to tender evidences, they couldn't. They even quote the wrong media house. Just to cut the long story short, frustrations force, better okay. Now let's become 100% political. Why ñun luñ bëggoon mooy ñu nekk that movement bu nga xam ne mooy raba political party ak movement si yëpp bring leen under one umbrella then from there Gambians ñu seet kan moo leen doy si ñii ñu jël ko jiital ko si kanam. Why we never wanted to have a horse in the race to start with. Pour wan la ne rek comme ñoom Ousmane Sonko ni ñu amee woon ñoom the idea from the onset ne dañoo am seen own candidate pour jiital ko kuy nekk président ñun musuñ koo am te musuñ koo bugga waaye frustrations ak intimidations from the current government, to be specific, the Minister of Justice, bokk na si lu tax ñu ne fine comme fii la gaay bugg a ñu jëm a gaay léegi den nañ si dem ba mu jeex tak.
That Minister of Justice Jallow guy?
In that group.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, moom moo fa nekk, yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, take a foofu noonu sa loxo. Yusufa mu ngi fi, Obish mu ngi fi, xam nga Obish yaaga na fay. Yaa bëgg a fay nekk.
No, man damaa ñëw wàcce sax. Damaa ñëw wàcce sax ma déglu leen si suuf. It's getting a bit late te man maay war a dem job waaye naa bëgg a déglu after kii nii tuuti si kii nii Mr. Njie ak suma brother bi man I always want to hear his opinion echo. He tam is a great thinker. Suma biggest enemy bi tam ñëw na muy Daddy L.
Why
was my biggest opposition?
What does it stand for? Your pastor of Gambia.
Pastor of Gambia stands for Patriotic Alliance for System Transformations.
Yeah, don't stutter. Come on now.
No, I'm not stuttering. Hidden as in network bila. Patriotic Alliance for System Transformations, Orientation, and Functionalism.
Okay. Is that the same?
I saw how they use acronyms to look words to fit it, rather than have a concept more fit acronym. You force the words to fit the acronym.
Forcing the words to fit acronym be.
It cannot be a coincidence. You wanted to use the word PASTEF, and you ensure you have words.
No, Mr. Njie. Mr. Njie, so Patriotic Alliance in Kohe, for now you digumala diga angale. Patriotic Alliance in Kohe, moi ay ndaw yu nga xamne gëm nañ ne ñom ñu steadfast ñu bëgg seen réew la ñom ñoo
d'accord na sa word si nga use yep de doguma la once again d'accord na ci yep.
Exactly.
Lima wax moy, if you look at how the words rhyme, the emphasis was to use the word PASTEF and look for things that it will make sense with in the Gambian context. Hamga munonga form dara yow nim don sound you cared less.
Mr. Njie, sorry that doguma la de. I think that youth bantaba moy ñeka recognize the fact ne the use of PASTEF will definitely mimic the fact ne will definitely joxe the vibe of PASTEF Senegal. The fact ne ñom def bañ nañ ko ba fa def PASTEF Gambia sax. Why man foog naa ne okay, if we have to belabor on that, I don't think it will change much. Man, I was the first person. I told youth, I don't like this name because some Jehewood originality, Jehewood what we represent as Gambian. Because man, just like you, Mr. Njie, Dumade Bugadi mimic names of foreign entities. Buga ko def comme pour mu nekk Gambian. No, ñun Gambians we are original. We are unique in our own ways. We can come up with names yoo xam ne will represent xam nga our reality. Man foog naa ne moom bu ma waxtaanee youth moom sax understand on that because am na bu ma wax ne sax I think they're gonna sit down and have a discussion regarding that. Why it is their prerogative ñoom tamit based on ñoom nu acronym bi fu mu ñëwee ak lifin pour nu tuddee ko noonu waaye man personally I made it clear to him ne I wasn't impressed ne it's called PASTEF just like you most people ñu ma gis fii nii yëpp they were not impressed with the name. Yeah. Yo dama nga toog yow. Dama nga toog.
No, what does APP stand for anyway? Loo wax noonu yëpp dëgg la de. Waaye xam nga man gis-gis ma si am mooy man ne bu ma tuur meew bi rek because of kaas bu def meew bi. Man foog ma ne loolu war nañ koo def. War ñoo jël meew bi tuur ko rek just because kaas bi nga xam ne moom moo def meew bi.
Youth bala ma dari el ñu wati am.
Suñ bëggee am si meew bi suñ bëggee am si name bi rek te demuñ what the name entails and all that parce que mën nañoo toog tey ñu ne comme tey soobee yaa ñu jëlee soobee yaa bi rek mën nañoo toog rek ñu ne ñu ne mbolo dolel Gambia or whatsoever name bu nga xam ne mën nañoo wax ne it's been domesticated waaye ndax tur boobu noonu moom mooy change the realities on the ground wala the ideas yu nga xam ne ak projects yi nga xam ne moom mooy change the realities man suma gis-gis man suma perspective man foofu laay xoolee mbir xooluma Sobeya because of the name but because of the projects and policies yi nga xam ne ñoom lañ am yoo xam ne mën ngaa transform the lives and livelihoods of Gambians no matter how Gambian nice the name is su fekkee gisuma fa anything loo xam ne mën naa transform the lives and livelihoods of Gambian man I'm not buying it.
I think
you Bantaba
sense.
Ak lu mu xew yëpp man I love you guys to pour ngeen engage what it entails and what we truly stands for and what the intention towards Gambia and Gambians.
Order. Thank you. Wow, Kika la Yusufa Sanyang.
Yeah.
Wow, okay, remember 1 second. Daddy L, xam nga ñëwati nga yanga yaga di ñëw. Yaa ngi ngee waxtaan. Waaye ñu ngee waxtaan bu progressive nga naa ma lan la APP stand for. APP stands for an app. It stands for an app. So
xam nga no because what I'm
No, dumala may yon wa
what I'm driving to
That's your problem.
You're questioning you about
I did not question him. We were talking about something different.
I'm talking about other people fee.
Okay, well, okay, understood. Why may after yung
daw.
No, kung man naman yung wala boy, yo gis na lang nga pagkali boy, man naman naman yung hulo yo.
Oche, Oche, sanyang nyol.
Okay, man, I think this is the first time I joined platform. Why I'm so happy. I'm not going to music platform. I'm only just been I'm only just lumdewa. Why musu thought months I didn't join platform. Boham na faneka mo enjoy.
Wow, that is a regular over here. So hope they get it fini.
Well, yeah, dafa nekk koo xam ne like moom dafa bokk ci Italy here. I'm read economics I'm on my master's level, but I think ñun suñ problème bi mooy ñun suñ réew Gambia da bugga nañ ko bu that is the main question lu ñu war a laaj ci suñ bopp because sometimes ñun mi nekk ci biti luñ dee gis ak luñ dee dégga suñ demee holiday sometimes dañ leen laajte suñ bopp question boobu some of ñun ñoo xam ne like dañ ñoo fi studies dañ leen laajte suñ bopp ñun ban façon Gambie lañ bàyyi suñ gannaaw ak ban façon Gambie lañ lan moo nekk di dem because I'm seeing a lot of political parties yi nekk di jiina si man sama boppa am undecided man decided anguma waaye am dëgg-dëgg maa ngi bàyyi xel parti bi su jéenee dama lay try ma xool policy am kii lan la offer pour ñun because it's the same culture bu fa nekkoon it's the same political party yu fa nekkoon depuis suñ time yi xale yaa ngi understand na leen sampal yoon dina leen defal lii but it is not working because ñun soo cegee suñ public sector bi it's just a disaster yaa ngi understand léegi nowadays Gambia pour nit mu jël xaalis at the end of the day mu free is loo xam ne is normal yaa ngi understand so man dama foogoon ne youth Bantaba tamit lu mu nekk di was a very positive ak yi ne although dëgg la Gambian moom bugut something like dañoo wax boy sa waaye daf ko tiba feneen waaye lu gën a important mooy lan moo nekk si biir that positive yaa ngi understand soo demee Suubeya tamit lan moo nekk si biir Suubeya bi tamit as youth foog naa ñun loolu lañu war a xool ñu gëstu ko bu baax because yeneen dëkk yaa ngi dem lu tax ñun demuñ what is the problem yaa ngi understand that the same soo cegee that the same Baba Jawara nit yi ñoo nekk di continuer that the same Yaya Jammeh nit yi ñoo nekk di continuer that the same people ñoo ñëwaat si poro it's like the same people ñoo nekk di lekk si cake bi and ba pare doyluñ si cake bi yaa ngi understand soo xoolee léegi Gambia léegi nga dem foofu noonu like education bi moom zero la it's absolutely nothing there yaa ngi understand man dama lay wax suma boy si ñu nekk fii man lay time dina jot ñun suñ civil servant si dañoo dem jël nit yi si biti ñu ñëw liggéey si suñ office yi parce que dangaa xool ne dañ fa teg nit koo xam ne yow sa bopp parce que di nga xam ne this guy is not delivering nekkul di dem soo tegee suñ public sector si government entities yi yoo xam ne government moo ko moom nga check example of Gamcel those companies are just gone like that. Gamtel is just gone like that. Nawek ñaata millions left for pump. Sometimes la like sa boba adi that niti qualify ñoo nekk those ñoo nekk di run those positions. It is very sad. Nga ñëw si OIC bi njaay ñoon njaay they were there, they were bringing those ideas. Why this political it will be affaire si ñëw yaaxu ñoon njaay jige foofu ñu fa ñëw léegi they did washed. Yeah, I understand nga war a jël moto yu bari yooyu noonu for one meeting boo xam ne nga ne danga ko jënda at the end of the day nit yi mënu ñëw gis moto yooyu noonu every day Gambia sister every day is a story upon story dang lee mera ba sa xol bi bëgg a dox sometimes doo lee mun a understand man ban façon réew lañ bàyyi man la moo tax ma ne all these political parties that are coming nañ jël suñ time we listen to their policies moo gën a important ba pare ñun suñ voter population bi dafa ñu jànga foofu noonu bariwut dangaa ñëw si këri jàmbur nga jox ko benn saaku maalo benn duulin rek mu sànni la election it's very sad so dangaa gis ne all these new political parties yi ñëw let them bring something yoo xam ne dañoo crack suñ brain bi dañoo toog jël suñ pen ak paper ñoo ok fine tey saa mooy wax nañ déglu esa lii ak lii la wax ñu jox ko point ok fine this other new guy ñu ngi ñëw moom lii ak lii la wax ñu jox ko point ok kale tam ñu aggregate all those points yi ñu xool ok fine kii moo bëgg a digga bi kii moo bëgg a Gambia dem si kanam you just go for that individual waaye dafa ñun soo cegee the amount of university graduates yi ñëw masters fii man suma maas yoo xam ne ñu ngi bañ a ñibbi because dañ lay wax ne suma ñibbee bro suma ñibbee dangaa dem fekka benn koto si office suma raka dal ko kuul kete ne de ñun nii lañ dee defee affaire si de yow nga try pour jubal rek at the end of the day dangaa xëy rek sa benn tànka néew bi that's a culture lu fa nekk so xale yu bëri ñu ngi fii bi they are masters they are working ñu ngi liggéey yoo xam ne bugguñ ko biir Europe fii waaye amuñ choice parce que leadership bu fa nekk si kër bi moo kuulut dafa kuulut completely yow nga imagine la léegi suñ secteur boobu munti laal la sister secteur boobu munti laal soo demee si security sector man dama leen dimba I was chatting with one of my friends ma ne ko ma ne naa ñun suñ gars yi nekk si training school bi lan leen dee jàngalee xale yi balaa ñoo graduate is it only like sorry to use the word nga suma raka bu ma fokkin yàpp suma raka égal adu lu façon words yu leen dee jàngal nit yi because fii Europe dangaa gis ne demonstration dafa am police bi si boppam sax mun na koo dem ba jege ko sax ba def ko lu nekk waaye du mun a react waaye ñun simple things loo xam ne mënuñ ko manage it is just sad sister ñun suñ dëkk bi ñun xamuñ fu ñu lañ nekk di jublu man it is just you don't even understand Gambia whether that country lan moo fa nekk lan mooy suñ problème ndax cat moo ñu jàpp I don't know soo dégluwee ku fa nekk tey démba speaker bi come on man even xale bu nekk grade 6 sax su jëlee pen ak paper sax dina underline lot of things so doole mun a sister ñun yàlla ñu yàlla dimbali man I am so happy to share this panel with Jai man Jai bro man dama lay wala bàyyi xel sometimes dama lay dem mer sax ma ne photo bi lu moo bind dafa bari na relax because system bi nit yi ñoo bëggut mu change nit yi ñoo bëggut mu change nit yi I don't know ñun lii lañ ñun dañ bëgg a live si this kind of life ba ñun ñu dee suñ doom yi ñëw live this kind of life we don't want to change da nga gis one issue dafa am with the community benn community dafa am issue you know boy gars yi lamen yi la comme exemple lu xewoon barki bi gars yi lamen yi la bàyyi leen gars yi ñu solve ko gars yi Serekunda ñu ngi toog the next moment Serekunda boobu Serekunda yi ñoo ñëw teg gars yi lamen yi ñu ne Serekunda ko la li bu la ji e kungol fara ji what are we saying suñ political party su fa nekk soo demee ba am hope tuuti rek nga gis some misunderstanding bu fa am nga ne waaw bitam den xaaral ma try beneen nga dem si beneen tam nga dégg another misunderstanding nga ne bitam den mooy lii moom ñu bàyyi ko sa waay rek it's just sad it's just sad
Thank you.
it's just sad bilaay
Hello.
Thank you, Yusufa.
Yeah, I just want to add a few words.
Okay, just give me a second. Nyang, you have a fan over here. Do you want to say something real quick?
Well, thank you, but I just want to first empathize with him that we live in a country where a demographic cluster called the youths don't have light at the end of the tunnel, nor do they have visibility or hope of a better Gambia. But that is so because every people they have the government they deserve, and the government is the very reflection of the people. So the people are the government. So therefore, if you look at all those combined, it means that the Gambian has to change for an effective government to be in place. So the problem is not Barrow. The problem is me and you.
Yeah.
Barrow will
Yeah.
always get away with what we allow him. Thank you,
early morning put them job.
Thank you
Mr.
so
Njai,
much.
thanks so very much for it's really an honor to share this platform with you.
Pleasure is all mine.
I'm a keen follower.
Don't talk.
I'm a keen follower. See sa input in various platforms. Attend a certain forums tam you nga xamne we are part of the speakers. You always spoke well. So mashallah. Ya na yàlla gën a wéral xel bi bàyyi la ak sa sago parce que gom naa ne Gambia soxla nañu mel ni yow eko
amiin
bro kontaan naa trop man da mel sama sister jàmbur namoon naa leen waaye namoon naa leen after the long break so
inshallah
yéen jërë ngeen de lu ma bëggoon a daanelee rek mooy ne comme Gambian bi ak African bi ñoo war a génnee this inferiority complex si ñun ne in terms of identification parce que tey am nañ fii ay tur yu nga xam ne ñu ko tuddee ay tubaab which we celebrate today tubaab yoo xam ne amaluñu benn njëriñ that's one of the things yu nga xam ne bokk na si luñ bëgg a génnee si xeli not just Gambia but the African am nañ so many boulevards in the Gambia country which celebrates individual yu nga xam ne they have done more harm than good ñun to the Gambians suñ great grandparents yi and we still celebrate them. I'm nañ fi turi nit tubaab yu bëri in the streets, in the halls, in the museums. Exactly. So ñun tam luñ gëm tey mooy ne balaa ñoo jégaani dem ba si tubaab yi di fa jël dara lu nga xam ne gëm nañ ne lu baax la nañ seet suñ own fellow African brother wala Gambian ku def lu baax lu nga xam ne mun nañ see roy ñun tam ñu roy si ñooñu noonu ne baax bu am Europe wala Asia wala America am na Africa tam. So ñu royante ñun neen suñu biir tam. That's also the concept behind this first day. So
is a good name.
Wow. Okay. Thank you.
Hello.
Thank you. Good night. Yeah.
Before you guys dissipate, so could I learn a few words, please?
Yep. Go ahead.
Yeah, I believe this is a new party that you guys have formed, yeah?
That is your security boka. Yeah, I have 4 then.
Yeah, I said I believe it's a new party that you guys have formed. I just found myself in the midst of the conversation, so I don't know where it started and how you are going. But it's just if it's what I really understood, I think I read about this party from What's on Gambia. Is that so?
Okay, so this is a new party formed by two Gambians. So we are just having a political discourse, asking Gambians if there is a need for more political parties in the Gambia, given our size and whatnot. That's the discussion.
That's great. Congratulations on the initiative you guys took to form this party, which is very
honey,
appreciative.
we did not form this party. We are not union forming party. We are just having a political discourse, discussing things about Gambia. So we don't even know who these people are. We just know that they are Gambians.
Okay, sorry about that. I thought I saw the photo of the two guys, but but the thing is, even if they are parties, they have to come up with distinction. They have to come up with who they are, because right now every Tom, Dick, and Harry is popping up, creating a political party with the ultimate goal of creating a coalition, either with the government or for some economic issue. Economic purpose to get their feet into something like CA that Smiler Cisse has done. So these are kind of bunches of people coming up for their own gain. So they have to sell themselves. I believe they have to come up with an agenda. They have to have something that would convince people to say, look, this is it. I know the election is further away, but so far there's no one that is proving themselves. You go into any of these websites, you go into any of these media platforms. There's tons of media platforms that are there. If we collectively ask ourselves, is there a political party that has covered each of these platforms that anybody could pop in, look, this is their objectives, this is their agendas. Forget about all these WhatsApp forums. These are real concrete political agendas that would convince anybody who wants to join any party. You have to sell yourselves. For every time political parties are coming up, and then under under the tip of the iceberg, you see other people who are just trying to mess everything up. But I believe something needs to come up concrete. There are very intelligent people there whom I know if they start, there's lots of people who will be behind them. But I think if we allow ourselves to be ruled by certain people who doesn't have the background of the interest of the country, we will be ending up having a government like that. We are selling
Okay.
our country to people whom they will end up ruling us, and then their kids are being educated who will end up ruling us again. So it's the domino effect. It's just gonna keep carrying on. But I believe it's high
I
time
hear
that
you.
we really put up.
Yep. Yeah,
For
for the
differences
bunga
aside,
dana.
whatever it is, we're hoping it. Yeah, you understand. So
Yeah.
I think Gambia right now it needs to be salvaged. That's the ultimate goal, no matter what it has to be. So if there is a concrete coalition that has a platform in all these media lines where one can go in, see what they are. UDP is one of them, but you took at Doi, you look at uh,
Sun life
this
bang it drop there.
other
I
one.
don't know why.
It's all.
When the sun life
It
bang
doesn't
it
make
drop there, it looks like
It's shaking because people are not tapping. This is the problem with Gambians.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Hold on. Yeah, the live bang is shake because it's dropping people.
Have to find somebody concrete. You understand? So I mean, keep up the good work. Thank you so much for what you are doing. But anyway, we're still open to new political parties. It depends who comes with something concrete that everybody can follow.
Okay. Thank you,
Yeah,
sir.
you're welcome.
Dariel. Yeah.
no.
Tode, you can just follow the
Let me
account. We do have political discourse
like
over here.
one
Yeah.
deka wala suma xol bu metti.
Lu meti halde nono.
No, Jobis mere naa ko trop. Jobis
Job is there.
ñu doon waxtaan mo way Gambia, right?
At Sega Bass, wow.
So wow, how ma life i kan la de. Ma bëgg a egg wasi suma ñaare taransu. Guys expel. Dañ ma expel. Ma dégg gaay ne waa Daniel moom bu leen ko allow mu egg su fi eggee rek lañ ko te dama egg ba pare de gaay wàccee ma nii ma requestaat gaay bañ maa jël ma ne kon do xam naa fu ma I know where I'm wanted, so loolu laa mën a wax
ñoo tey ñoo tey ñoo di jéem a
non waaye xam nga ñëw ma woon sax pour distract waaye dama bëggoon a ñëw contribute to li ngeen doon because di ngeen doon wax I have something to say about it. It was nothing political or anything,
Yeah.
Why Mel? Mel. Something is wrong with the life.
Is it still